Aloha and welcome to Divine Collaborations with Eren Nalani. I have already prepared your space, sent out an invitation to the divine, and received information on how they are going to collaborate with us today for your reading. These are the three decks we'll be using. One will lay the base, and the other ones will be messages on how to push you, how to support you can support yourself moving through the issue for the month. Okay, let's go ahead and set our mind, body, and spirit into its sacred space. I will now ring it 3 times. Welcome, Sagittarians, to Divine Collaboration. So we're going to go ahead and start off with your reading for this month and see what they have in store for you. When I first set out the cards, I will lay them out to reflect my vision, and then I'll turn them around so you can see your reading. So we are going to be using the Angel deck. And let's see what they have. Ooh, this one's... Oh my gosh, how funny. I just did the Leo one and they have the same thing. This one just flew out as well. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Boy, they're just flying out. I thought I was doing 3, but I guess not. All these waters all stuck together. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of movement happening, and even though this is very similar to what I just got from Leo's, fire is really good. Not only are you a fire sign, but it's also in your reading. And fire means like it's really good at clearing out the disease, so new growth can take place. But before that happens, sometimes there's some unearthiness happening here. You're need to think about long-term plans and what that means, like putting your mind, your intention, what do you want to happen? And I just had a job, all these job offers that come in, and then I was talking with one of my friends, and she said something so like simple, but it was so purposeful. It's like, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? Like, what do you want to do? And that pretty much solidified my answer right there. So, I kind of want to bring that in, that time is of essence here, and that's really important that you think about like what your goals are for the long term and where you eventually want to be, and here is the 9. It some of these things that are happening in your life, might keep you up at night, tossing and turning, like you're thinking about all these things that you want to do and you want to accomplish, and also events that are going in your life that might seem destructive at this time. So just know that sometimes we have to go through these areas of fire before we can get to that growth, right? We can really get to that growth and bring new things in. Now, what's really interesting is that all of these popped out of the deck and they're all water cards. So there's a lot of feminine energy here, things that we're not seeing underneath, right? And masculine energies. So I just want to say you got king and queen there. So you're really getting that good balance. Just, these are things that you need to do underneath to really help support you. And that's why it's underneath this deck here. So, and it's all emotional. So these are emotional things that you need to deal with as I'm moving these cards up, so you can really push through this. Know that you deserve the relationships that you deserve on that level, and that you care for yourself and others, right? And know like you just need to have an open heart and mind about things that are happening. Trust that things are coming to you and that you're being supported. Now, what's really interesting is I got an 8, 9, and 10. So this is like the end to a phase, right? A phase in your life that is moving on. So I'm just going to put that here so you can see it a little better, that this is the end of a phase. You're going to need to go through some time to move, search for something that you want, really have that spiritual and emotional growth that is going to be happening. Notice that it's touching these cards here, that things are going to be shifting. That's not always in the good spot for you, right? And it's going to be hard and it's going to be trying, and that you just need to be more mindful that, this is here for your spiritual growth. You're going to be expecting the worst in every situation, having sleepless nights, doubting what's going on because it's going to take a lot of mind. But that's what the Ten of Wands is that end of that completion, right? You're going to be content, rewarded. You're going to have all these things that you need where all your needs are met. And you just have to trust and have those kind of relationships in your life, that they are your people. They are your tribe. Okay. I also want to draw a couple cards here. I'm feeling guided to draw something, what you can do to kind of help push you through this, besides just touching in on emotional levels, like what you can do, because some of us just might need some outside source help. Let's get some more cards. Can we have some messages on what Sagittarius can do to push through? Oop, both of those came out. Ooh. So they want you to spend some time in forgiveness and sometimes in playfulness. That's great. I'll throw these all back in here. So there's definitely some forgiveness that you're going to need to be doing on these levels. And that's going to tie back into this card when it's talking about trustworthiness of relationships. Trust, forgive, that the right people are coming into you. And it could also be forgiving yourself about some of those things, and letting that go. Spending some time having playfulness so it gets, your mind out of that rut. Ooh, I got one more. And this is going to validate these other cards, knowing that there's support out there for you, right? Those trustworthy relationships, people around you. So let's go ahead and close this reading with, a final message for Sagittarians and what they can do this month to really push through that. As we're collaborating with the divine today, hearing their messages on what they would like us to do to help support ourselves. Okay. Just give me one more card. I want to thank all the spirit guides and angels, masters, anyone, light beings who are here today to help support in the reading. Okay. Okay. Let two become one. Now, that's an interesting card. And even though I'm not quite sure about letting two become one there, what I am drawn to in the card is the green. So, Hawaiians, we have the goddess Pele, and that's what these two cards here, that fire, that just has total destruction so things can clear. But what is really topping off this card, we also have the goddess Laka. She's our hula goddess, and she always brings in that growth. She is represented in green, and kind of like the elements in here, that growth will become from this. And it's kind of said that in these cards down underneath as well. But that's, you're going to see a beautiful side of you emerge from whatever situation that you're going to, and that two becomes one means, to me, that's like that. I see like the merging, not of just two souls, like physical souls, but like your body, mind, and spirit just becoming in its oneness, right? Right now, you're probably going to feel separate from your body, like it's an out-of-body experience, like, is this really happening? All these things going on, but you'll see a lovely emergence of your soul coming in, and that you'll really feel after you move through this time in your being right now. So anyway, that's for the month of June. I will check back in with you, Sagittarians, and I wish you all the luck and healing and support that you need during this time of transition. See you soon.